All right, Spurs fans. So we have a lot to talk about coming off the trip from Paris. Today we're going to be talking about De'Aaron Fox trade potential. We're going to be talking about the Spurs' next 9 games looking ahead before the rodeo road trip and the All-Star break. And we're going to look at tonight's matchup as well against the Los Angeles Clippers. So stay tuned. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. All right, so first and foremost, the De'Aaron Fox news is ramping up. Let me say that this is more of a one-sided situation right now. De'Aaron apparently has stated that his preferred destination is San Antonio. There's been reports that say that Steph Castle and Devin Vassell would have to be involved in a pretty blockbuster trade for the NBA, exchanging young talent. But nothing's really come out officially from the Spurs. Of course, they keep things very in-house, so not surprising that the Spurs are not really touching on it. But nonetheless, very interesting as this news ramps up. Who wouldn't want to be playing with Wembanyama right now? San Antonio is a basketball city, so very, very interesting news coming out of California, and De'Aaron Fox potentially coming to the San Antonio Spurs in what would be a loss. Now Devin, I wouldn't necessarily mind using him as a trade piece to get De'Aaron, but I would not want to lose Steph Castle. I think Steph Castle could be the two guard next to De'Aaron in a very effective lineup, especially defensively. Moving on, we are going to look at the Spurs' current standing situation. Of course, they went 1-1 in Paris. Pretty similar scores but opposite results. The win was very, very appealing. Just, man, it was awesome that Wemby was able to do it in front of his home crowd. I think it's just really cool that the players were able to be a part of that experience, similar to Timmy in the Caymans with Pop. Also, just the next game was pretty bad. Let's be honest, it was pretty horrible. 3-7 in our last 10. I mean, that's concerning. That's concerning. I think we should be winning more basketball than that. 3 games under 500. I know that this season would not be a bad season to not do well, but I don't know. The losses hurt, I guess, but that's just us being Spurs fans. But 1 game losing streak. Of course, they won that other game in Paris. Tonight's game is at home against the Los Angeles Clippers, so we'll get right into that. So looking ahead, we have the Clippers tonight. Let me zoom in a little bit, make this a little bit bigger. All right, so we have just a little bit. We have LA, we have Milwaukee, we have Miami at home. These 3 teams, they give us trouble. The Clippers, they have a lot of good players. I'm not sure if Kawhi is playing, but nonetheless, James Harden. I think Norman Powell I hear is playing really good basketball. So just a tough team to beat. I think, let's look at the standings again. The Clippers are 6th. They're 26-20. They're 6-4 in their last 10. So they have momentum, in their favor compared to the Spurs. Milwaukee, that team is just, if we take a look at the East standings real quick, Milwaukee is 4th at 26-19. I think this team started off like 2-13, 2-15. So, not a bad story to make that turnaround. Not bad. And then we have Miami, who just always gives us a hard time. But of course, the Jimmy Butler situation. I do not think that we need Jimmy Butler, for the record. Is he a great player? Of course, but is he what we need? And I don't think so. But nonetheless, Miami gives us a hard time. Tyler Hero and company, very good team. Memphis, just that team's going to be a problem for us moving forward. Oklahoma City, Memphis, Houston. I mean, the West has always been stacked, but Wemby's definitely not. He's going to have his challenges, but we have the best player out of everybody, so I think we'll be all right as well. Atlanta, basically, long story short, I think that this is just going to be a pretty tough next 9 games going into the All-Star break, ending it with Boston, starting the rodeo road trip on February 3rd. It's just tough. I mean, we're playing good teams. Charlotte, could be a win. Orlando, possibly Washington, possibly, but overall, it's a pretty tough set of games, and of course, being on the road for that extended time. I know they say great bonding experience. I'm sure it is, but nothing like sleeping in your own bed, right? So, not gonna look too far ahead, but nonetheless, Spurs. Couple of games on ESPN that we can check out. That game against Boston will be exciting. Early start time too, and then Atlanta also on ESPN. So just really looking ahead to what's coming ahead, but looking at the Clippers specifically, just real quick, if we look into them, they have Norman Powell. I heard he could potentially make the All-Star team. So shout out to him, balling out. Not no offense, but not the name you expect to be leading the Clippers in points per game. James Harden not far behind, but still doing his thing. 8.3 assists from Harden, so you really got to watch out for that. Let's see, Zubac. I think Wemby will have a great time against Zubac. He always does well against him. Let's see about Kawhi. Active. Okay, so Kawhi back in San Antonio. Don't boo him, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Boo him. No, do what you want, but it's a basketball game. We need to understand that it will happen. Amir Coffey playing well. Derrick Jones Jr. can dunk out of the building. Kevin Porter Jr. Good team. Bones Highland, Terrence Mann, Chris Dunn, good team. NBA veterans. Mo Bamba. These are guys. Nick Batum. Is he hurt? No, he's active. All right, so they got a full squad, it seems. I'm not sure what the injury report is. I can check right here. Chris Dunn out, Cam Christie, PJ Tucker. I don't know what's going on with that PJ Tucker situation, but that is, I don't know. That's just sad. And then let me go to the Spurs injury report. I think we're good to go. Of course, good to go with a full as normal lineup. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll come out with some more content, but it's game day. Spurs tip off, I believe, in about an hour and 45 minutes. So check it out against the Clippers in San Antonio. Go Spurs, go, as always.